Look at these amazing views. I was wondering why the trail did this weird switchback way out and back, but good morning, day 27. I slept pretty well actually. I went to sleep at 8 pretty early, and I woke up once and I felt condensation on the ceiling, so I just kind of wiped that down a little bit. Then I woke up again later and it was ice. I opened up one of the vestibule doors. Probably too late. And then I woke up a third time. I think I just felt that there was ice on the ceiling again and a little bit of moisture on top of the quilt, so I wiped that up. But usually I wake up several times and I like turn and stuff, but this night I just slept on my back the whole night. I was out. It's pretty good. So that was almost 10 hours of sleep, so that's pretty good. In fact, it's kind of a late start. It's like 6:40 right now. It's pretty bright. I'm still laying in bed. It's cold. I have a feeling it's going to be like this for the rest of the Arizona Trail, except maybe one night because we're going down really low to the Estes River. But the rest of it, it's just going to be high up, and there's melting snow everywhere, so it's causing a lot of humidity and then causing condensation as well. So it's going to be like this. We're going to have to figure out some way to deal with extra condensation from now on and the cold. So we'll see. All right, let's eat breakfast and get packed up. Hello, I packed up and I just started up. Thought I'd give you the plan for today. Today we're just on 18.1 miles. There's a lot of elevation change again, and I think I could have gotten to Pine in 3 nights, but with the elevation and all the snow that just came down and the mud, I'm glad I scheduled it out for 4 nights. So I'm just gonna go 18 miles. The highlight of today though is in 6 miles there's a point, 408.6. I guess there was a washout there that they repaired, but people are saying that it is impassable. But one person told me that you couldn't really safely cross it without microspikes. And I do have microspikes and I have trekking poles, so I'm pretty positive I'll get through it just fine. I'm more concerned about mud on like canyon walls than ice and snow right now. It didn't snow last night, remarkably. I mean, I shouldn't say that because the clouds are still quite dark and it could start any minute. It could start raining on us or something. But it's only in 6 miles. I think it'll be fine. I do have to get water before I get there because this is all the water I have. It's not much, half a liter. So I'm gonna get water, eat something real quickly again, and then hit that obstacle and get over it. This is what I used to dream for in the desert every time I walk by one of these dry washes, but it is not dry now. It's going right over the trail and it's flowing pretty well. I'm gonna scoop out of there, get at least 2 liters before I head up to the rest of the climb because I'm thirsty and I'm just about out of water. Doesn't that look like Mountain Dew or cow trough water? Algae water? Super green. I found some Mio electrolytes finally in Payson, and it was a lemon lime, but really green. Looks like swamp water, all right. I'm at a junction. Look, someone drew an arrow. Good for them, thank you. And first sign yet that we are closer to Utah than Mexico. Nice, huh? I didn't see a 400-mile marker, but yeah, we're over halfway there, folks. As we go higher, we're getting more and more snow, and it's interesting. There's like a wooden wall. I don't think it's a wall. It looks like a bench or something you could sit. Can't really enjoy the views as much with these bushes in the way. But it looks like there's a trail that way. And over here, this is the first. It's just a little Arizona Trail sticker. I guess they made a bunch of them. because you could put it in any direction, but we go that way. And maybe to a saddle. We've been going up for quite a while. As we go higher and higher, just more snow. I actually put on my sunglasses because the snow is starting to get really bright and it just feels the snow, so better to be safe. But yeah, just more and more snow. I expected snow. I just did not expect this much. As of March 15th, it looks like there's still at least a good 6 inches of snow here and there, 5 inches. It's not bad though, because there's all these footsteps already here, but if you're breaking trail, that's going to be exhausting and slowing. Let's see how long this keeps up. I have a feeling this is going to go for quite a while. I love these things. These are basically like snowballs that roll down the hill. The first time I saw them was at Mount Rainier, but you can see their trail where they probably like landed up there and then they just like got bigger and bigger. And if you get caught in one, you're gonna get stuck in it and roll down the hill together until you explode at a ski lodge. That's what I hear. But it has been non-stop snow actually since, I don't know, once I started filming about the snow, but whew, some parts are deep, like over a foot. But there's some good steps and it's not too bad so far. Fortunately, most of the trail has been in from the side, so there's no like scary drop-offs along the sides, like those kind of places. Until later, it'll come. Hey, we're entering the Matasal Wilderness again. Must be like a weird loopy thing, or we're doing a loopy thing, but we're entering it again. So I guess nobody's gonna have snowmobiles or like snow plows clearing off the trailway. Snow blowers, that's what I meant to say. The body and mind are tired. Here's an oddity. I've never seen one of these fruits grow off the side of a leaf before. Usually it's off the top. Like that other one. Weird. I do not know the identity of these guys, but they're like little yuccas. They're all very small, like a foot or shorter, but look at the stalk coming off it. It's so slender. It's so small. But I've seen huge clusters of them lately. There's some on the left and there's another one on the right with some stalks. I mean, this is a huge cluster of them. The other half is buried in snow. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of them. It's pretty interesting. They're so small. I also have been seeing a lot of these cacti right there in the middle, those little ones. Between those and the little yuccas, they're all over. Like, look up. All over the place. Pretty wild. And there's a nice campsite right up there, actually. Looks like someone even built a stone wall. Well, I got my micro spikes on. I figured it's going to be snowy like this for quite a while. It's getting slippery. And I'm right near the sketchy spot. And after that, we're actually going up another 1,000 feet. So we're going to have snow for quite a while. So I'm going to be wearing this for, I think, for the next hour and a half or so. It's a lot of snow, right? Fortunately, there's some good steps in already. But if it's super slushy, wow, it's a steep side, all right. But the wash is still up and around that curve in the corner somewhere. So we're still heading that way. I passed the wash, but I couldn't really identify anything super dangerous. I mean, there were a lot of steep spots with just narrow footpath, and everything was just covered in snow. I couldn't even tell anything was a wash. It just kept going. And I was like, I think I passed it. And it looks like we are, and then we're just gonna keep going down and up for a while, and then head over 7,000 and start going down. But I think the sketchy spot is over. Although I will say that continuously the trail is kind of sketchy because of the snow and the drop-offs to the side. So I'll be careful and I'll keep my micro spikes on because there's just a lot of snow. But I don't think it's as unpassable as people have said before. At least maybe it was at some point, but the recent snow has just covered it all up. I don't know. Jay, you don't need waterproof socks. There's only a couple of big peaks, and then it's all desert. You'll be perfectly fine. Although half of it, yeah, but now my feet, my socks are soaked. It's so wet. And then today, I'll be camping pretty high. I'm pretty sure my shoes are gonna freeze. But I do have a second pair of socks. I'll just wear that tomorrow. That'll be okay. So wet. You can maybe just make out drips. Snow melting. Lots of snow. We're at a saddle and it's just beautiful views. There's even a big lake down below. I don't know what it is. I think I'm facing north right now. You can see little hills here and there popping up out of the flat ground. Oh man. Back here, the huge trees, manzanitas, and snow, and some rocks. Actually, I haven't seen a single cactus in a long time. I guess we're too high finally. Yeah, just a lot of manzanitas and trees of a variety. Yeah, nothing. I thought I would just go over one of the sharpest pains I've felt while backpacking or hiking ever. It's totally random, but there are these trees growing all over the trail. I pushed one, and I didn't push it enough, I guess. And I pushed one, and it snapped back and hit me right in the nipple. Right in the nipple. Oh, it's still tender. That was like 2 minutes ago. Oh, got me good. Mother Nature's fighting back. The trailhead, not so bad. It's only a few inches of snow, anything less than a foot, right? My feet are still so wet. Look at those clouds blowing in. Not much snow melted today. The sun has just been in and out. Barely at all, actually. Hopefully the next few days melts more. We are at over 7,000 feet, but my buddies are back. Look at the snow on them. And look at this guy up here. Huge cluster of them. I wonder if the body's that big or if they're like rocks in the middle. And they just grew out from the rocks? It's pretty wild. I just realized something. Like in the Sierra Nevada, if you slide down some snow, yeah, you might hit a tree, you might hit some rocks and hit your head or something. It's bad. But if you slide down a mountain around here, your butt could wind up right in one of these things. Like your whole body could be, I don't know what's worse. I'd rather just get hit in the head, I think, by a rock. Look at these amazing views. I was wondering why the trail does this weird switchback way out and back, but this is the point, and you get great views, so skip it and cut switchbacks and you miss this viewpoint. I saw a couple of footprints going down the hill. Amazing openness and snow and green and brown, everything. My goal for today was a campsite called Horse Camp Seep. Of course, there's a plane flying right over. It's 9.6 miles away and it's already 1:15-ish. It's gonna be another tough one. I think I'll probably get there around 6 or so. It's only 18.1 miles or something like that, but it's been rough. I think every day is gonna be rough like this out here. But I think tomorrow actually is gonna be a lot easier. We're going down to almost 3,000 feet tomorrow, low, and that's going to be about the 18th mile. So I'm going to try to camp down there. Hopefully it'll be a little warmer. And then the next day it's a huge climb back up and then Pine. So today's been a tough one, but I guess it's half over. It's less than half over. A lot of down, but I still have some ups to do. So, and there's still going to be a lot of snow for a while. So quite challenging. I only stopped because I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna eat my 1 tube of Girl Scout cookies. I have one more. That's for tomorrow. Making good time. I stopped just to admire the trail, and you can see it go all the way down and then back up over that saddle. I don't see any snow. I see little patches, tiny patches, but no snow. It's gonna be good. That snow slows me down so much. Based on earlier today, I thought I did the math and I thought I'd show up at camp by 7 or something. And my tent's a little damp, my quilt is a little damp, so I definitely want to get to camp a little earlier just to set everything up and dry out. So it's really nice seeing snowless terrain, gradual climbs. It should be like 2.5, 3 miles an hour at this rate. So we should get there maybe, if we're lucky, 5:30. Change that. It's 3:30 and yeah, 5.8 to go. And I have to stop and filter water. So I think 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock or 6:30 at the latest. Nice. I'm in mile 419.2. This isn't even in gut hooks as a water source, but it's flowing so amazingly well. Like a huge pool. And there's tiers. It falls there, and there's another pool. It's like big cascading waterfalls. 419.2, it's crazy. Looks like it's been here a while by the algae, but I don't know how well it was flowing earlier, but it is really coming down. It's 5:35 and I'm about half mile away from the turnoff to the camp, which is pretty good actually. But this last bit is making me earn it. It's up and it's just super unstable, rocky. And I also only have 1 ounce of water left. I've been rationing it because I didn't want to filter until I get to the campsite. There's water there, near there. So I passed on some pretty good water sources, as I've shown you there. But these rocks, slow going. Even going down, it's slow when it's that rocky. Slightly better area, and then more rocky. Slow going. We're almost at the turnoff. I'm going to some horse camp or something. I don't know. It's supposed to be nice, I guess. Almost there. There we go, thank goodness. We probably only have about 30 minutes of sun, but we're gonna move closer to the hill, so we might have less. But I gotta hurry up and set up my tent and filter a lot of water. I'm thirsty. It's a pretty well-used trail. I hope nobody's here. It's a little bit down the hill, but it's actually a huge spot. What is this? Garbage? Oh, empty water. Yeah, it's a huge spot. Nobody's here, thank goodness. I'm gonna grab this one here. It's kind of lower one, but it looks like it's super cleared out. Looks like there's nothing sharp there except this little twig. I think I found home. I'm inside my tent, and the sound you hear is me gravity filtering my water. Believe it or not, I just hang it up, and it took me, by the time I started and finished setting up the tent, it filled almost 1 liter. And then by the time I got everything inside the tent, it was another ½ liter. And then you just squeeze out the rest, like by hand. But that still saved me like 1.5 liters of actually having to squeeze it. I really like the gravity thing. And the other thing I do too is if I ever get to a camp where there's water, I hang the bag on my trekking pole that's holding up the tent and actually just gravity filters. Yep, hanging up there off the strap, and it's on the 2nd liter. The 1st liter always goes faster because there's more force pushing down, but I mean, that's still going pretty well. And that's gonna finish up and I don't have to do anything. It's lazy man's water filtering. Hi there. I finished eating dinner and getting everything ready actually, and I'm gonna go to sleep within 30 minutes easily. Try to wake up earlier. Today had a late start. The recap was that I only did like 18.1 miles today. I didn't calculate it up yet. The problem was the snow. It was like probably 9 miles of just snow. Maybe 2 or 3 of it was just up to 2 feet sometimes. It was crazy. It slowed me down so much. But
Tomorrow, we're going to go mostly down. We're going to go down to the Estes River. And I'm just going to camp out down there somewhere low. And that'll be the last time we're going to be that low. And then tomorrow morning, I'll just start, or the next day, I'll start a big climb. But so tomorrow, I hope it's easier. There's definitely not going to be as much snow. I do think we're going to be fighting mud, though. That mud. What are you going to do? So, for now, good night. You all take care, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. By the way, Fritos is an amazing food. I didn't realize until this trip that there's only 3 ingredients in here. Corn, corn oil, and salt. And you could argue corn oil is part of corn. But that's it. No other ingredients. And it tastes so good. What's the magic? I don't know.